Attacking my father has no place in this campaign, Mr. Corker. You came to Memphis and called my family a political machine. I wonder if you feel the same about the Bush family, or even former Senator Baker, whose father preceded him into Congress. My father's too good of a person, too decent of a person, and raised me too right to do any of the things that my opponent, who is now, I didn't think he could stoop any lower into the gutter than he already has in this campaign, but it looks as if rock bottom hadn't hit there yet. My dad, nor any member of my family, has ever lobbied me, nor would I allow them to. I work for the people of the 9th District of Tennessee, and if elected to the Senate, Jimmy Haslam and all the other big oil guys in this state, they'll have to stand in line behind everybody else to come to this United States Senate office. And when it comes to stem cell, I'm with you. His party's blocked it. He claimed that the Congress blocked it. I would remind my opponent, it's the Republicans who are in control of the House, the Senate, and the White House. Leave my family out of this, sir. This is between you and I. Your ideas, your agenda, your platform versus mine. That's what this Senate race is about.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Ford. Our time is almost up. We're going to go now to our closing remarks. Each candidate will have 1.5 minutes for closing remarks, and we begin with Harold Ford, Jr.
This race for the Senate, people all across Chattanooga and this state realize, and I thank our moderator, I thank all of the hosts this evening and those who've sponsored this and this great audience. This race for the Senate is really about what our future will look like. Whether or not we're interested in having a United States Senator who essentially will be a rubber stamp for all that has happened over the last 6 years. I've listened to my opponent over and over and over again, whether it be the minimum wage, whether it be Iraq, which he's trying to reconcile his own definition of stay the course from June, July, August, a week ago, and now today. Whether it be health care, where he says he's for allowing businesses to come together, allowing us to get cheaper drugs from Canada, but won't share if he's for allowing them to Medicare to negotiate directly with drug companies. Or even if it's with accountability in Washington, when it comes not only to this war, but the challenge we face in North Korea today. I happen to believe that bilateral talks is the only way to go at this point if we're going to solve and win this effort, not only in North Korea, but in Afghanistan, Iran, and Iraq. For 4 years, we have stayed the course. And if you want to stay the course, I'm not your guy. If you believe America is better than what they have given us the last 6 years, I'm asking for your consideration, I'm asking for your vote, and I'm asking for your prayers, because I'm one American who knows that we are so much better than what they've given us the last 6 years. Thank you. God bless you. I thank the newspaper and the news station for hosting us tonight.
Mr. Corker?
I, too, want to thank everybody for being here, and I'd just like to remind the Congressman I've never said a disparaging word. I've just pointed out the relationship. Never said a disparaging word. Here's what I'd like to point out the differences and the choice that people have in this race. This is one of the biggest races in our country's history. This will determine the direction of the United States Senate. Only one of us has been in Washington over this last decade, and that's my opponent. I've been right here in Tennessee, as I mentioned, all of my life trying to bring people together to solve problems. I've lived a Tennessee life. My opponent has lived a Washington life. Our view of the world could not be more different, and I'm really privileged, I'm proud to be carrying the banner of people all across the state of Tennessee who really want to make sure that we're safe and secure, that we do those things we can to live within our means, that we make sure that we pursue that tremendous principle of economic growth, to raise the standard of living of all and create good-paying jobs, to ensure that this is a place of innovation, that we make sure that the youth of our future understand the challenges and are prepared to meet those, that we have an energy policy that is, in fact, causes us to be energy independent, that we have a health care policy that makes health care affordable and accessible, and that we preserve those great traditions of faith and family. My opponent and I have a different point of view on many of those subjects. Some of those came out tonight, some of those did not. But I ask you tonight, all of you who are listening across the country, I ask you, even if you're from Tennessee, I ask you for your vote. And I want to say to you that what I want to take to Washington, I want to take to Washington that ability that I've demonstrated right here in Tennessee to solve problems, to bring people together. Because I really believe that our country faces the most complex issues we've faced in decades, and we need someone who has the ability to solve those. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. And at this time, this concludes our second debate for Tennessee's Senate race for the great state of Tennessee. We'd like to thank Democratic candidate Harold Ford Jr. and Republican candidate Bob Corker for their participation tonight. We thank you for watching and listening. For News Channel 9, the Chattanooga Times Free Press, the University of Tennessee Chattanooga, and our other sponsors, thank you and good night.